How you folks doing? Hero of None here with your Mundus Minute on July 31st, 2020. News, larger merchant, and golden merchant stuff, all in a few minutes. So first up in the news. Quakecon at home is coming up on August 7th until August 9th. And during this time, you're going to be able to tune into twitch.tv/Bethesda to get giveaways, Twitch drops, and your own Flame Astronaut pony pet. There's several events during this time. I'll put the link down below because there's just a whole lot to read through as it is. But they are going to be showcasing some of the artwork and some of Stonethorn as well, so it is interesting to look at. And they're also showcasing several ESO streamers from the ESO stream team. Now, also as a reminder, on August 24th is when they're going to start doing the AoE test in PvP Cyrodiil. Again, this is only Cyrodiil. It's not going to affect Battlegrounds, and it will not affect the regular PvE areas. But these tests will include a shared global cooldown for 3 seconds on all AoEs, individual AoE cooldowns for 3 seconds, no cooldown global ramping cost to AoEs, and a fourth test with an individual AoE cooldown, 3-second timer, and global ramping costs. Also, they are hitting this with a bit of a sledgehammer for all the abilities affected. This is affecting any AoE ability, non-ultimate, that has an AoE component where it takes a look in the area. So this is ground targeted AoE, something like Healing Springs, and also ones that target people in the group around you, such as Rapid Regen. So keep that in mind when you look at these posts and some of these. You can test this right now on PTS. They have it enabled in Cyrodiil, so you can see what these changes are going to be like. And part of the reason they're doing this is a test to see if they can reduce lag by reducing some of the items with the AoEs. I have to also stress as well, this is not a final solution. This is a test at best, and it's not something they're going to be going forward with. Instead, it's something they're using to see where their issues are and what they need to adjust. Solutions will be coming up later, but for now, this is a test for the next few weeks at August 24th to see if they can reduce the lag that's impacting Cyrodiil right now. Say what you will about it, but I'm just happy they're actually doing something to get this test, and hopefully they're going to come up with something they can work with and focus on. And finally, the PTS 6.1.2 is up on the PTS forums. I will link that down below for everyone to look at. Next, let's look at the Luxury Merchant and Golden Merchant for today. So, for the Luxury Merchant, a bunch of Daedric stuff. Actually, kind of nice. Kinda wish the urns and the chest were actually storage devices. But, if you want to decorate your house like it's a Daedric realm, this is probably a good way to do so. And I think I have to say the chandelier here is actually a pretty good price for what they usually charge on some of the Daedric stuff. Now, for the Golden Merchant, I unfortunately do not have them linked up, but I will read through them from my list. I apologize for that. Delinked. So on the Luxury Merchant today, you have Platesinger Ring, Azura's Blight Ring, Night Mother Ring, and Mad Drinker's Ring. Now, Night Mother's Ring is not the craftable set. It's the one that will give you a 5-piece bonus, which will reduce your sneak detection radius. However, it is not a great set to be getting it for a gold ring. I'd probably recommend against it, but if you do want to get even a green version of that ring, it's great for stealing. Platesinger Ring is an interesting one. It gives major to file. PvPers used to use it a bit. And Azura's Blight was one that I've been trying to work with for a little while, so I can actually show that on my character here right now. But I have to say that it's a little bit rough to be working with. It doesn't go off quite as quickly as I'd like to. So 20 stacks is a bit more than you're probably expecting on that. Whether you want to go with it or not, it's up for sale right now, and it's probably easier to get the ring here than it is to run the dungeon. Now, for the monster helmets this week, you have Vicosta's helmet and Balrog's helmet. Balrog's is probably one of the more OP ones after a lot of the nerfs. So definitely would recommend taking a look at that one if you haven't already. All right. Anyways, that's Mundus Minute. I apologize for not having those right up there, but definitely do hit up the Golden Merchant this week if you're a PvPer. You're probably going to want some of those sets. See you all in Tamriel.